Hi, Lisa with Green Hook Studio, and this is Keiki the Snaky. And I am going to give Keiki a little makeover this morning. She needs some more beans. In the process of her life, she has condensed her stuffing in such a way that there is nice stuffing and beans in here in her head. And then when you get to the tail, not so much. It's hard to see on camera here. But if you shake all the way down, unfortunately there's nothing left in the tail. And so, Keiki is going to need some more beans. How do you re-bean a Beanie Baby? Well, step one, scissors. First thing to do is find where I would like to open up the seam and just make a couple very careful snips where I see the threads. Being careful just to cut these threads and not any of Keiki's fur. That's almost enough. Alright, so I've got an opening in this flat tail, and I am going to stuff her with fresh beans. The best way to refill a stuffed animal with beans without having to open it up too much is to use a funnel. Now, I don't have a funnel, so here's what you can do if you're like me and don't have a funnel. Take a piece of paper, roll it, and then give it a little bit of a twist so that it's more open at the top than it is at the bottom. Then we need a little piece of tape to hold it in place. And there is my funnel. Then I can just put it into the tail. That looks pretty secure. I'm just going to hold that with one hand while I grab beans and drop them in. Okay, just a little bit more. I think a couple more times. All right. I think that is pretty good. Now that she has enough beans inside her, she has a full tail again, I can stitch her up. When stitching up a stuffed animal, I like to use a double strand just for a little bit of extra strength. And now I will use a ladder stitch to create an invisible seam, so it'll be like we never opened her up in the first place. First go inside and hide the knot. And now I just go across each side using my ladder stitch, trying to follow the original seam as much as possible. If you see in here closely, I have some of the original stitches still left there, and on the lighter green side you can see little holes, and so those are the lines that I'm trying to follow so that the seam is right where the old one was, and this looks the same. So this is supposed to be a hidden repair. Almost done. When I use ladder stitch, I usually do a few stitches before I pull tight, just so that I have a better opening to work in before I cinch it shut. Okay, then we cinch it the rest of the way shut. Huh, where'd that seam go? Amazing how this stitch works. I absolutely love it for stuffed animal repair. Okay, then I'm just going to create a few knots here to secure my mend and finish off the thread. Typically I do 3, unless I just don't have enough thread left. Okay, then I hide this inside so that nothing pulls out in the future. This also helps pull the knot inward a little bit and hides that knot somewhere. And now Cakey is all finished and ready to play again. As you can see, this and this end are now about even. She is evenly stuffed and beaned the whole way down. If you have questions on stuffed animal repair or suggestions on a repair style tip or trick you might like to see in the future, please drop a comment below. If you would like more information on my stuffed animal repair services, you can visit my website, greenhookstudio.com, to learn about stuffed animal knit and crochet repair services. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you back here real soon.